Good morning, class 6. Okay, so we started with some confusion part with the geography test, and I assure you that this confusion that has happened in this case, either way, either from Atlantic to Pacific or Pacific to Atlantic, if your arrangement is correct, then I will add the marks to all your tests. Don't worry about that. But this one, someone wrote for soil, I wrote soil, but yes, soil is definitely the correct answer. But I think either you have written it in big letter or small letter or caps, or you have added one more word. This is why Vicon, since
And excuse me, ma'am.
it has some very specific things while checking. So
I'm very strict.
I recheck all papers myself.
Very strict teacher.
Yeah, this is something I will tell you that you have only either, if you add 2 words for one blank or do something like that, then your marks will automatically get deducted. If you write S in capitals, then they don't take it as a correct answer, because again, as this is a system, it has some specific answers. And one more thing was of dry and this one, so we will get back. Aniron, explain question 1. What I will do is, not today, but Thursday, then I can share the Vicon paper and explain to you the.
Ma'am,
Okay, so I can.
I have a doubt.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Ma'am,
No,
in
why
the
don't you put it in the chat box? Everybody
Ma'am,
was.
I wrote, but you did not told. I wrote.
Where did you? Ujjan one I'm not seeing. Oh,
Ma'am,
in the agriculture, you wrote the remarks, but gave the marks, but you told it. What? Ma'am, in agriculture, you wrote the remarks, but
ma'am, in the agriculture written one which we done now.
no,
Ma'am, in that.
no, I am not giving marks right now. I am not sharing any marks with you all right now. I'm keeping it with me because for the South America test, many of your written work was not good. Means in the writing part there were ups and downs. That is why I wanted you all to write it. So I am not giving marks to anyone. Right? I'm not sharing any marks for that.
Okay.
Ayushmann,
Ayushmann, mute yourself.
Can improve and what can be done. That I will be.
Okay,
If required. That is why I made, because some children for the South America test, it did not, I saw many ups and downs. So right now I'm not sharing any marks, but if required, then I'll add. Okay, now coming to the history part. History, I will start on with your orals, okay, from tomorrow onwards. So please prepare and come. So you are to read the topics that we have done in term 2 for orals. One more thing, that is Buddhism, Jainism, Mauryan Empire and the Gupta Empire.
Ma'am, will you go roll number wise?
I can ask randomly also. I can ask anyone to answer any question and I can see how you are framing, how you are.
Why not roll number wise?
It's all right. Even roll number.
Roll numbers will count from backwards. If you want to take
Yes,
roll number,
ma'am.
go from the last.
Count from backwards, please, ma'am. Count from backwards. Every time you count from the front.
No, ma'am, do not do this one. Do not do this one.
No, ma'am, do it from the backwards.
From the backwards, ma'am. From the backwards.
See, I can do it randomly also. Suppose somebody is finding something difficult, I ask somebody else to answer. I can.
Yes, ma'am, randomly. Backwards is more.
This will be, since you all are a very big class, so I have kept 2 to 3 classes at least. When I will have group discussions, I will listen to one question can be answered by 2-3 people. I want to listen to you all, your concepts, your way of framing answers, how are you answering. So it will be more, not a particular order that I follow, because suppose there is some answer one person has given, I want to listen to somebody else's framing as well. Hence, I have kept it as a group discussion thing. Otherwise, what I usually do is one child enters the class, I ask questions, and that child leaves, and then again the next child enters the class. Like that we go on. But firstly, since you all are a very big class, hence, more like a group discussion will be a better thing. So I will go ahead, not any fixed order. I can change my order and ask anyone to answer the question. In the meantime, remember everyone, so I've given you one finding out work, that is any 5 discoveries made during the Gupta period. So 5 discoveries made during the Gupta period. You are going to make a small video or a PPT or a small Word document. You have to find out. You can make a mind map in your, file sheet and send me. But I want everyone to, this I'm going to mark out of 10 on finding out more. So this is my request that all of you do this work in the meantime while we go ahead with the...
And the instructions are written in the lesson plan.
The instructions are written in the lesson plan, but the plan is not yet shared with you because I wanted...
Yes, ma'am. That day I wanted to do
Yes,
the
ma'am,
work
that
and I
was
saw
only
there
I
is no plan.
thinking. No
There was
plan
no
was
plan
there.
that day, so I got confused.
Shared in Vicon because of one reason, that is, I was working on when to give the written test. After this, you will have your one more written test in Vicon test.
No, only tests and tests.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the
Ma'am, in
end
history,
date of
when will we
submission?
have our
Test
test?
in this year and then
That discussion come history test when it will be in the month of February. So I'm not giving you the date right now. Let us first
Ma'am,
go with the orals. Yes, please.
ma'am, can you please repeat the last submission date of the Gupta Empire project?
Oh,
31st.
31st of January.
31st. Okay.
You have
Okay,
enough
ma'am,
time.
thank you.
That is why I told you all last day. So any 5 discoveries,
I will send to you today.
that is fine. More than happy if you send it. No problem at all. Now for Gupta Empire, we have more or less done, we have actually discussed how literature progressed, how literature progressed, science progressed, metallurgy, astronomy, everything, everything was progressing with time. And I also saw that, you all also told me that the iron pillar. So what kind of things they mix to make such a pillar, it never rusted. Of course,
Maybe it is not
about
got rusted.
the written work, Sanskrit as a literature, art and architecture, we were seeing that cutting the rocks, they made such beautiful temples. So in
And the cave paintings.
the cave paintings and all. So during this time, in various ways, India as a country made progress. Indian literature, Indian science, everything progressed. And 3 main rulers of the Gupta period were Chandragupta I, not Maurya. This is just Chandragupta I, Samudragupta, and Samudragupta's son, who was known as Chandragupta II, sometimes also
Or Vikramaditya.
Vikramaditya.
Yeah, absolutely. One very interesting thing of the Gupta period was, as I told you, now we all as Indians, we think about going abroad, that we will go to USA to study, we will go to London to study, we will go to Australia and study, we will go to Oxford, we will go to Harvard University. But back then, people wanted to come to India. And
Nalanda University.
huh?
Nalanda University.
Nalanda University was still...
Yes, Nalanda, Taxila.
The Nalanda, Taxila, these universities were there. And in general, India's culture was so rich. So people wanted to come to this place, explore and learn a lot. Yes, Sujan?
Yes, ma'am, I was telling that, ma'am, Samudragupta is known as Samudragupta only, no Chandragupta 1 or 2.
Why will he be known? If his name is Samudragupta, why will he be known as 1 or 2?
No, ma'am, Chandragupta 2 was Vikramaditya, he was also called, that's why I was asking.
His name was also Vikramaditya. Samudragupta and Chandragupta 1 and 2 are 2 different people. So Samudragupta is Samudragupta, and Samudragupta's son was named after his grandfather as well. So Chandragupta 2, many times you will see King 8 kings like that. So Chandragupta was named after, so Chandragupta too was Samudragupta's son, and he had another name that was Vikramaditya. So these three most important rulers of the Gupta Empire. And as I told you, even, all three of them had made this empire. Firstly, Chandragupta I, what he did was he laid the foundation of the empire in a strong way. Though the empire was, we say that technically the Gupta Empire was started by Sri Gupta. But Chandragupta I is the first ruler who became powerful and who made the boundaries of the kingdom very strong by laying down good administration, good trading and economic policies, having a strong army, and also, as you know, he married the Lichavi princess. So with a strong tribal ties, so the two strong groups made the empire even stronger. Then Samudragupta, he was, Chandragupta I's son. So Samudragupta made the empire even bigger. If you go through the video links that I have shared with you all before, you will find there is one video on Samudragupta. So you will see that he is known as the Napoleon of India because he remained
and he was very powerful.
He was very.
He remained
But
undefeated.
Napoleon had lost a battle and Waterloo.
Ma'am, he lost a
At
number
Waterloo.
of kings, a not number of kings.
He defeated a number of kings. He never lost the battles.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
means he's
But ma'am,
unbeaten.
he's named as a Napoleon of India, but Napoleon himself had lost a battle at Waterloo.
Napoleon did do one, but he remains undefeated. Even so, you think, about his conquests and all, you will find it was written by his court poet Harisena. So it's there.
Harisena.
As I was telling you, so there are many people who used to come to India, visit India, and have stayed in
Like Fahim.
And then we can.
mainly from China side using the Silk Route. So through the Silk Route and all, many travelers came to India. One of the very famous ones was Pa Hien. He too wrote books on India and his experiences of staying in India, his travel record. So how do we know, if I ask you, how do we get to know so much about the Gupta period? Okay. What is the meaning of court poet? Court poet means, earlier during that time, kings used to have poets. Kings used to, in their court, they used to have people who used to write, who used to, note down experiences or what is happening in the court, writers and also the kings used to give them, patronize their writings, encourage them to write. So such people, who used to
Entertainers to the king.
Ma'am, national poet
I have a
of the
question.
kingdom.
I will not only use the word entertainment, but they used to, note down a lot about what is going on in the court. They used, of course, they also wrote poems or things, and they used to read it out to the king. For the kings, the king used to, if you find later on when you come to the Mughal Empire, King Akbar's court had, had very learned people. Okay, many learned people. Here also you will find the use of same word in Chandragupta II's court, the Navaratnas. Navaratnas were 9 people who are, good in different things, and kings used to give them that, yes, you people are most welcome in my court. So the kings used to encourage them in their work. So court poets are, they used to sing, they used to write poems in the praises of the king, the kingdom. This was something very common back then. Who else said I had a question?
Ma'am, Navaratna and Triratna.
Debarpan said.
Debarpan say Triratna is the 3 teachings. Navaratna, like Akbar's Navaratna is very, very famous. King Akbar, he had such 9 people in his court. One of them you all know about, Birbal.
Yes, ma'am. Akbar and Birbal.
Why? People's intelligence was something that he always, you know, appreciated. In the same way, you will find Chandragupta too, he too had Navaratnas, or people who are very good poets, who are very good writers, who have knowledge of different subjects. They were all encouraged in India during that time to pursue more writing, to write, to do discoveries, art, science, literature, everything was encouraged in the kingdom. Hence, people found it very safe and secure that yes, we can come and we can do our work. Fa-Hien's writing. So this can be one oral question. How do we come to know so much about the Gupta Empire? What is our source of information? So you can always say the writings of such people like Fa-Hien who visited India, they form a very important literary source of information for the Gupta period. Apart from that, definitely another one is coins. Yes, Debarpan, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, what is the meaning of patron? I had this question actually.
Patronize means, what should I say? Encouraged. You are appreciating, you are encouraging, and the king is telling that yes, you do it. Because see, back then it was all dependent on the king. If the king was happy with you, if the king allowed you, it was always the royal family. You cannot do things without the permission, by going against the royal family. So if like you already know, when we were doing about Pushyamitra Shunga, he did not encourage the Buddhists to practice their religion. So he was very much against them. So they had to run away. They were not encouraged. They were not accepted in the kingdom. So in the same way, if you ever find that, so patronize means when a king is encouraging, he's saying that yes, you can practice, you do your art, music, literature, whatever you are doing, science, you are allowed to do these things. Many times the kings used to organize, competitions and all, and if the people won and all, they were given monetary gifts like scholarships. You know about scholarships now. They used to get these things to do the work. Okay. But one thing that I told you last day also was still backward. That was nothing but, in society, one thing that went back again was the fact that the Guptas were, of course, very, very strong abiders of the Vedic culture. Hence, caste system, you will find religion, caste system came back. Hinduism took so the ladder-like structure was there. And again, the position of women in society was lower than the men. So the women...
But it declined very much in this case.
What?
Ma'am, it declined. Position of the woman.
Position of women was was nothing better than what it used to be during the during the Vedic period. So there was no improvement, like women being allowed to study and all that was not there. Other than
those literary sources you told, that can also be the Ramayana and Mahabharata, and then those
the rewritten ones. See,
Meghaduta.
Ramayana, Mahabharata, they were translated. They were basic Hindu things that they are, yes, you can always say they are a source that this was rewritten during this period. But the time period that Ramayana, Mahabharata talks about is much earlier. Okay, Ramayana and Mahabharata are these are epics that talks about the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period, initial early Vedic and later Vedic period. Rather, for literary source, you can talk about the books of Kalidas. The books of Kalidas are definitely a very important source, because the books of Kalidas talks about how society was back then, be it Meghdut, Kumar Sambhava, Mudra, then Shakuntala, all these, Shakuntala is a very famous book. If you ever read, have you heard about the girl called Shakuntala? Why was he?
Yes, ma'am, Shakuntala Devi.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
Well, there was a movie also by the name of
Ma'am, she could.
She was a great mathematician.
Yes, ma'am, she was a great mathematician.
She was known as human calculator.
Inferior.
Ma'am, what is that Mudra Rakshasa?
these are all books of that point of time, written in Sanskrit,
Ancient books.
in the books of the ancient period, and these are stories based on this. Like in today's world, if somebody writes a story, it will definitely talk about how society is now. You will see modern books of now, the writers are always influenced by what is going on in society. Movies, our books, are everything related to what society is now. In the same way, they used to write books based on how everything is going around them back then. So you will see a lot of influence of, these books are also very important source of knowledge for society, for what kind of justice, law and order prevailed during that time. You can get a lot of idea from these books. Well, this way, the Gupta Empire continued in India for almost 2 centuries. Almost 2.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, who is Dhawantari?
200
Can you show picture?
What?
The physician Dhawantari.
Okay, right now,
Dhawantar.
1 minute is left, then I will show you. I will show you the picture.
I'll show it tomorrow.
Only. Let me just finish the last part. Hold on. So the Gupta Empire continued in India for almost 200 years. But the Guptas slowly again, towards the later part, of their rule, again the empire started breaking up into smaller empires. And there were external attacks, especially from Central India tribes like the Huns and all. They attacked India. And the Gupta Empire's army later on was not strong enough to protect the empire, to protect the empire from external attacks.
Every empire, it always happens. The strong kings come first and the weak kings come last.
Usually, if
The
the
weak kings come first, then the strong kings won't come only.
Yes, that's a very good.
They will get afraid.
No, if weak king come from the empire, we break up at first only.
anything you
Yes.
starts from down, reaches a peak, any empire, then slowly decline. Decline means that nothing is left. So after the Gupta Empire, oh no, only 1 or 2 minutes, 1 or 2 seconds left.